Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for all of your likes and your comments. I really appreciate them all. Let us tap right in, see what storyline Spirit would like to share with us this evening. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Five of Swords, conflict, winning at all costs, abuse, theft, good character qualities, challenged by a Ten of Wands. Apparently they're stressed out and they're weighing their options. Time management. In the subconscious, the world reversed, incompletion. So somebody did not close the cycle out. They were fighting for it and they weren't able to close out. So now they're in a heavy burden. They're trying to decide what it is they need to do now. In the recent past, we've got the High Priestess reversed. So there is disconnected from intuition and selfish, shallow, ignorant. Intentions and expectations is to be like the sun. They were disconnected, so their intention was to reconnect through false means. In the near future, we have a Six of Pentacles. So there is an inheritance, a generosity. The lens is being looked through. The Lovers. Strength of two together. In the environment. Three of Wands. Moving forward. Making preparations for a new enterprise, a new life, a new adventure. Hopes and fears. Page of Cups reversed. Irresponsibility, emotional immaturity, disappointment. And the outcome? Knight of Cups reversed. Unreliable, unpredictable, untrustworthy, and jealousy. So okay, and we've got Eight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Hard work, mastery of an apprenticeship, or somebody's working hard to create conflict for your new beginning. So it's still very much happening. Your new beginning, your Ace of Cups, your Ten of Pentacles, Queen of Empress. There's death here, though. Like an ending, a release, a letting go, and a wish come true. Perseverance and reward. So the Queen of Pentacles is here. So you've got like a protectress. Mother figure, guardian, angel. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Holding back. Winning at all costs. Holding back. In a burden, they're challenged because they're in a Ten of Wands energy. Trying to come up with a solution. There's some secrets. They weren't able to complete or close out this cycle. So there's a lot of confusion and dissatisfaction. They were held back. High Priestess reversed. Disconnected from intuition, disconnected from the light, disconnected from the Most High. Gossip. People are gossiping. The intention and expectation was to become the sun, to have a rebirth, and to have a rebirth. Oh, but it's too late to take any action. Out of time. Six of Pentacles. So there's generosity, there's abundance, there's inheritance. We've got unfinished business. Somebody feels broken and shattered. They couldn't beat you up bad enough. They're feeling real bad about your love union. You got the strength of two together. It could be that you're a power couple and that you are managing stuff in a good way, according to your own perception. They're feeling broken about, they feel there's unfinished business. You're coming into your inheritance and you're generous. Neglected in the reverse. These lovers, these love unions won't be neglectful. Your needs will be met. Unlike previous, you're moving forward. You're expanding. We've got responsibilities in the reverse, so we'll see what that is. That could be somebody who's wanting to come forward and infiltrate. We'll see. Because we've got a Page of Cups in the reverse, so they're frustrated. Yeah, somebody's wanting to come forward and infiltrate your union, but we've got here responsibilities in the reverse. So whoever this is moving forward isn't part of that. They are irresponsible. Responsibility in the reverse. And this Page of Cups reversed also says irresponsibility. So somebody who is very irresponsible is moving forward, is coming toward you. They know you're entering an intimate union. Yeah, they know that you're entering into an intimate union. So they're irresponsible and they're making moves to move forward toward you. Knight of Cups reversed, they're untrustworthy and jealous and unpredictable. So they're coming forward with ill intent to undo your union. They want to undo your union. They want to make sure that your love doesn't come together. They want to come forward and make sure that your love doesn't come together. because they're in the shadow. They're low energy, and they don't want you to get away. They're chasing after you. So this is just they sabotage themselves. They're chasing after you. You're an irreplaceable being. They're chasing after you. You're entering into a love union that is that's reciprocal, and they want to have a conversation with you. And somebody whose values are all about money, they want to escape, and they're running after you. But you're already in this, oops, they missed their opportunity for a commitment with you. And they're like, so they're dangerous now because they're stalking you, and they're actually moving toward you. To undo your happy home and life. Because they didn't get the rebirth they were expecting. They're still disconnected from the heavenlies, from the Most High. They have been held back, and they're really pissed off that you are coming into happiness, and they want to destroy it for you. They couldn't close out the cycle. They couldn't leave. They didn't graduate. They couldn't reconnect. They're being held back. So from your success, they're being held back from your success, or they're being held back from success. So they're being held back from success. You know that there's no greater goal than to love, and you focus on the lighter side of life. So you got humor. So you're successful and you're humorous. Somebody's laughing at this. I don't know, somebody's laughing at this. They're challenged because they're in a Ten of Wands energy. They're under too much stress. They're having to juggle their priorities. There's a lot of them, and there's a lot of secrets. I haven't told you everything yet. Change. They're challenged by a change. They're unsatisfied. They're confused. They weren't able to complete a cycle. There's no closure. They were trying to take shortcuts. Growth. They want to expand in consciousness and awareness. They're confused. They're unsatisfied. High Priestess reversed. Selfish, shallow, misunderstanding about what a purpose was, or somebody here with a purpose. Their intention was to have a rebirth, to become this sun, and to have a positive ending here, but it's too late to take any action. It's too late to take any action. We're out of time. Blame. They have to accept responsibility for their own well-being. They're feeling broken and shattered about this. There's unfinished business, according to them. You're coming into your inheritance and relationships that serve the highest and greatest good. They're envious. They're envious. So you got the Lovers here. This is a love union that isn't neglected. It's everything. All your needs will be met. It's a very generous and abundant union. Forgiveness. You have no resentment. There's no resentment between you. We do have someone in the environment that's moving forward to try to flip your union. They want to stop it. We got failure in the reverse. We'll continue to clarify. They don't want to be seen as a failure. They don't want people to know that they didn't handle their responsibilities. They're moving forward, coming toward you with irresponsibility, frustration, disappointment, and some untrustworthy, overactive, unpredictable, shadowy kind of energy. They don't want their secrets out. They don't want everybody to see who they are. They don't want everybody to see that they're a failure. Imagination, they're spinning around in their head. Emotional immaturity and insecurity. Trust. Pay attention to your inner voice, because you have an untrustworthy, unpredictable shadow character out here. But what you have on the bottom of the deck is relationships that are for the higher good. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. And there's death. So it's like they want to bring death to these divine kingdom unions. They want to end, they want to end this divine kingdom union. They're guilty. They're guilty, and they need to surrender their need to control. This card is in the reverse. They've lost their freedom because you're disciplined and happy and honest. So that's what they want. They want to or maybe that's what they've been working on this whole time, you know. And that's in the previous cycle. It's too late to take any action. They wanted to destroy relationships that were for the higher good. They wanted to bring a death to them, and this is still here. It's like they're still working on it. They're moving forward, wrapped up into their head. They don't want the world to see who they are. So they're getting serious about 3D experiences, I guess. Gift. You know that there's no greater goal than to love. You focus on the lighter side of the light. You're a gift. You are a gift, and they were trying to win at all costs, and they're being held back from your success. They have secrets. There's a change here, and they're challenged by it. They're in a Ten of Wands burden, and they're having to juggle multiple priorities. They didn't get a contract with you. They didn't get a marriage. You're with somebody else. They were not able to complete this cycle. They were not able to hitch a ride on your petticoat or your coattails or whatever you want to call it. They're confused and they're unsatisfied by your expansion. See, they're confused and unsatisfied because you grew. You grew. You expanded. We got coffin here on the end of the deck. This is over. This mature man, it's a mature man, an older man. Been doing this for a while. Coming at you. wanting to latch on and get a contract with you and then replace you and then maintain that position, that status, that title, that role. But they failed to gain a contract with you. They failed to gain a marriage. Main female. You expanded your consciousness. You expanded your awareness. You knew what they were doing. And you said no. And you said no. There's a change. We got main male here. Main male is bringing about a change. Maybe the main male expanded your awareness and shared information with you that allowed you to see clearly so that you were able to. Or maybe the main male came in and said, oh no, honey, you're for me. Leave him be. And that's what you decided was your purpose. You're going for a change. Rather than choosing this mature man, you chose the main male. And now this mature man has to withdraw. He's selfish and shallow, and he's been disconnected from his intuition and from source. You did not choose the mature man. They're confused. You chose the main male. And this is a rebirth. You're in the sun energy, and it's time. It's too late for them to take any action. They have to accept responsibility for their own well-being. You're in a courtship with this main male. And this person is in despair. That mature man is in despair. And the whole community that's with him about your love union with this main male. He's an official person, wealthy man, and you're a privileged lady. And these ones are going to be imprisoned. Ooh, there's going to be some changes. They're feeling broken. They're like, no, this is unfinished business. They're very envious over your inheritance, over your abundance, over your generosity, over your wealth. There's an immature woman who doesn't want to make a journey or who doesn't get to go on a journey. An immature woman is very broken and shattered that she doesn't get to go on a journey. Your main male knows who you are. And is with you. Here. There's forgiveness between you and this main male. I don't know what that story might be, but there's forgiveness here. And your needs won't be neglected. You're going to be all doing good. These ones are in bad health. You're coming together, and these ones are in bad health. There's a moving forward. We got responsibilities in the reverse and failure in the reverse. Let's clarify what that is. We need to pull some clarification. Coffin. This tells me, the way that I'm going to read it is that there's somebody who wants to move forward to stop you coming together in your divine union. They're not responsible. They're not responsible partners. They're not responsible people. They're not responsible in their forward momentum now. They're not able to bring about a failure. Or you could read it as a success, coffin. I don't know. You could say that there is a successful ending You could say that there's a successful ending to responsibilities for one who is moving forward. You could say that that is the way it is. It could be read like that. Or you could read it that somebody's moving forward and they aren't responsible. They don't want to be seen as a failure, and they don't want this to end. Take it as it resonates. There is a responsibility here. So that's what it is. You got responsibility in the reverse. So they are an irresponsible person. They don't want to be seen as a failure, and they're coming forward to try to put somebody in a coffin. Or they're going to wind up in a coffin for trying it. There's something going on in their head, in their mind. There's like both sides of a story. This could be somebody you trust. Because we've got Knight of Cups reversed, okay, unpredictable, unreliable. We've got this reflective energy, so they're in the shadow, but then we've got this trust here. So this could be somebody that you actually trust. So just be aware of that. They're envious over your graduation. They didn't get on the same path as you got on. They're envious of you leaving, of you moving forward, and there's this mature man, and then here in the future we've got immature woman. So it's his counterpart. She's immature. She didn't get to go on the journey. See, he was supposed to get a contract with you, marry you, and then he was going to undo you and then replace you with this immature woman, and stay in your position of status, of wealth, of all of that. Sudden wealth. They want to do whatever they have to do to get this sudden wealth, because they're facing a coffin. If they can't have it, they want to put you in a coffin. They want to do like some sort of ritual in the physical, because they're failing in the ethers. False person. You're not a false person. They don't want to be seen as a false person. They don't want to be seen as a failure. They're under adjudication. This thief is under adjudication in a high honor court. On the distant horizons, there may be a new occupation. Yeah, toil and labor for this main female. It's in the courthouse right now. The pathway is open. And somebody's getting a message of concern. They're facing poverty. So whatever this is, you might not even know who these people are, but they know who you are. I mean, you know, and there's been some talk, and I know from my own experiences that there are false contracts in the ethers. You may have a spiritual spouse and not even know it. And then you may never have had a husband. You may have never been able to have a family. You may have never have had any of that in your life, like I didn't have it, which means I think somebody stole it from me, and they left me alone my whole life, you know. And it was this jackass for me, and maybe for you too. And he tried to do it again, and it failed. So if this is so this could very well be my story. I could read it that way, and I could read it for you as your story too. Take it however it resonates. It's a collective read. Many of us tend to relate to these readings, which I find absolutely fascinating. That means that in this collective we are having very much the same experiences. It's wild to me. It really is. I think we're more alike than anybody actually stops and considers, you know. It's like a color palette, you know. Different combinations of things. So they didn't get your real estate. They've been held back. They were not able to take your real estate. and they were not able to get a union with you. You are the gift. You are the gift, and this jackwagon was, you have a new promise too. You have a new promise. Your success, you know that there's no greater goal than to love. You look at the lighter side of life. You choose to. And you are a gift. You like to keep things upbeat. You've been given a promise here by this main male. He's yours. You chose him over this mature man. This mature man did not get a wedding with you, whether it be in ethers. He could not renew the contract. Whether it be there or anywhere, he could not renew the contract. This false, manipulated contract. You were ready, or your main male was ready. You've expanded in consciousness and awareness. This mature man is unsatisfied and they're confused. They were not able to complete this cycle because they couldn't latch onto you like a leech, like a parasite, which is what they are. Yeah, and they're nutty. They're like whacked in the head. See, look at this. Look at them. They're like whacked in the head right now. They're confused. It's like, oh no, what do I do now? And they might not be thinking clearly, you know? So or they may be in a nightmare. So, which is what I'm saying. The energy here is desperation, is what it is. For a whole community. A whole community is in despair. Their plan failed. And they didn't have a plan B. Or if they did, it failed too. There's going to be, there's living and learning. The Earth School. People are gossiping. They were ignorant. High Priestess reversed. Hidden agenda, disconnected from intuition, selfish, shallow, and ignorant. Oh, and you got marriage. You got marriage. And courtship here with the main male, lovers, and the sun. It strikes me, you know, how even when people, you know, feel as though they are currently or presently alone, you know, they're not, ever. Promise, courtship, marriage, lovers. Yeah, you're going to be with the main male, not this mature man. You persevered through whatever it was that they did to you, and they're going through withdrawals. This whole community is going through withdrawals. They're in despair. They're envious and broken and shattered, and they're like, "Yes, we have unfinished business." The immature woman didn't get to go on the journey. The main male didn't. It didn't work out. He was able to see who she was, and the mature man wasn't able to latch on to you and steal your show. It didn't work out for either of them. And you're coming into your inheritance, your abundance. You are calm and separated from this community. This envious community. They feel like there's still something to resolve, which is what I'm saying. The energy here is, you know, frantic. They're in bad health. They're going through withdrawals. They're in despair. They're irresponsible. That's a whole bunch of cards. They're irresponsible. You're a sweetheart. You're a sweetheart. Your main male sees you as a sweetheart, made a promise. Your needs won't be neglected. Your needs will be met. There's forgiveness here. So whatever happened here, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's, whatever this is nasty. And they're burdened. They couldn't put their burden on you. They're having to carry their own burden. You triumph! Woo! Go, baby! Yeah! Moving forward. Moving forward. You did not fail. You did not fail. Now we got clarification. Now we got clarification. You did not fail. And those people who are irresponsible are winding up in the coffin. Justice! Woo! Justice! There's an understanding of your side of the story. There is forgiveness here. These ones were all up in your head trying to get your money, trying to get your wealth. Oh, boy! But we do have, they are irresponsible and they're facing this coffin here, and they are, again, in a Page of Cups reversed energy with irresponsibility, and their hope is to what? Well, their hope was to get sudden wealth. That was what was going on in their imagination. But the Justice Department has an understanding of what's been going on in your situation. These people were irresponsible. And they're disappointed. And they got disappointed again on the outgoing energies because they don't want people to know that they're a false person. Or they're disappointed because you aren't seen as a false person. They're jealous because you aren't seen as a false person. They are a reflection, they're a shadowy individual, and you're trusted. So it's like, okay, so that's what this is too. I love it. I love it when it happens like this. So this person has got very low energy right now. They've been disconnected. It's a whole community of people, actually. And, they're very jealous. They're not trustworthy, okay? They're very jealous right now because you are not seen as a false person. You are seen as somebody who's trustworthy. That wasn't what they wanted for you, but that's how it wound up. Reached your goals. You reached your goals. That was your expectation. That was your destination. That was your purpose. These ones are suffering some nightmares. They fell into a trap coming after your gift, and now they're having nightmares. They came after somebody who loved themselves. Not bothering nobody, man. Collective energy, please, Spirit, collective energy. And with these reads, you must always use caution, okay, because even though it is a collective read, especially if you are the one reading it anyway, I should say, or if you're the one claiming it, be aware that there's some There's some folk out here that are real upset over your wedding, and they're upset because they've been separated, they've been cut off. I don't know. You know, it just never hurts to just be hyper aware. Of course, maybe there will come a time when you don't have to be hyper aware anymore, when you can actually let your guard down, you know, and relax. So, yeah, they didn't get your real estate, and they didn't get your money. You've got a marriage here with the main male. Secrets, change, and that's in the recent past. So this connection's already been made, and these ones are challenged by your promise, and that they can't contract with you. They can't even fake it. They can't even fake it. You know, there are those in the ethers, though, you know, that I was listening to them talking about medical examiners, and, you know, there's that whole thing, you know, falsifying documents and stuff, you know, so that they can disrupt these kinds of unions in the ethers and pretend like it's over when it's not. It's a challenge because you've got crooked officials in the ethers too, apparently, in the judicial system. But I'm hoping that that is all being cleared out. And you wonder why the judicial system in the 3D is so atrocious, and it's because it's been that way. We've got, the whole system has been really tampered with. So it looks like it might be coming back. Yeah, I got a thief. A thief. Thief did not get a marriage with you, and now they're heavily burdened, and they're having to manage their own stuff. You're with the main male. And this mature man is confused because they weren't able to close out a cycle. You were the one who was going to be able to make that possible, and it didn't work out for him. You were with the main male. Widower, yeah. This mature man, his plan of becoming a widower failed. His plan of marrying you and becoming a widower failed. A professional widower. Constancy in the reverse. So they're not consistent with everything they do, anything they do. They're not consistent. You're entering into your purpose. This is a live and learn opportunity. This is the Earth School. You're with the main male. There is a change. You've got courtship and marriage. And you've got the Sun and lovers and perseverance, and it's too late for them to take any action. There's a whole community here in despair and going through withdrawals because they're having to accept responsibility for their own well-being. They can no longer make you carry the responsibility for this community. You no longer have to carry the responsibility for this community of thieves. This professional widower failed in his plan when it comes to you. The main male stepped in and said, "Not today, homie, not today." Made a promise to you. Not today, homie, not today. They're in sorrow. They're in sorrow, like they didn't get a message. They're trying to hide a message. They're ignoring a message. They didn't receive a message. Somebody's not talking to them anymore, and they're in sorrow. They're in envy. They feel that there's unfinished business. They've been cut off. You are calm. You are at peace. You're abundant. You're coming into your inheritance. You're in a Six of Pentacles energy. You're very generous. You're a sweetheart. There's conversation. People are gossiping about this. They're gossiping about the bad stuff. They're gossiping about this mature man and his plan to become a widower. And they're gossiping about you and this main male doing your thing. Everybody's gossiping. Gossiping here, gossiping there, gossiping everywhere. There's forgiveness. So this main male has a clear understanding of what's been happening here. And there is forgiveness. Your needs won't be neglected. You're a sweetheart. It's the strength of two together. And this one who's been moving against you is in bad health. It's going to be so nice to get away from scumbags, isn't it? Scumbags trying to trap you with false documents and false contracts, false lies, scam artists, thieves. Yeah, bad health and doctor. They need to go see the doctor. And you are a wife, sweetheart. You're a wife. Lover. There's forgiveness. Your needs won't be neglected. You're coming into a dream. You have triumphed. You did not fail. You're moving forward. And those who were irresponsible with you are going in the coffin. They're sick. Service. They're sick. I don't know what that means. They may have to serve you in the future. They may have to be your servant in the future. They may have to do your work for you, do all the heavy lifting. And that's justice. They've been very irresponsible with you. And they lack emotional maturity. This main male has a clear understanding of what's been happening to you, and justice is being delivered. There's a sudden wealth here, so there's an increase. You're going to be receiving an increase, and these ones are all up in their imagination about this. They're stuck in their head, in despair. They're in despair over just justice, over the fact that there's an understanding. He sees your side of the story. So they weren't able to fool him with an illusion regarding you. You're not seen as a false person. You're seen as somebody that is trustworthy. But you do have a person who's got very low energy right here, who's in a Knight of Cups energy in the reverse. So they're very jealous and they're unpredictable right now, and you can't trust them. So if they come in, whoever this is, whatever this means for you, just know that. They're envious, and they feel that there's unfinished business. But, you know, the truth be known, justice is being served and business is finished. But, you know, I mean, while there's still breath in my lungs, you know, I don't know. Isn't that something that the grandfathers used to say? You're a gift. So you're a gift. You're not a false person. You're a gift, and you're somebody that is trustworthy. And you've got this low energy person. They're in melancholy. They're very sad. Oh, because you're entering a wedding that is faithful. I don't know, man. Maybe he's a priest. Maybe he's an actual priest. Like a good priest. Or maybe somebody's going to need to see a priest. And that's something to be happy about. Something to be happy about. A child. There's going to be a child born. There's going to be a child born to these lovers. It's going to be very, very happy. Oh, yeah. All right, everybody. I hope this brought clarity to something that perhaps you already intuitively were aware of. And remember that it is a collective read and that you will need to do whatever you need to do with the genders in order to make it work for you if it resonates. And I'll see you on the next one, everybody. Have a great night.